Hello everyone. Continuing with pharmacognosy subject, in that we have started with pharmaceutical aids. You know the definition, you know the classification. So pharmaceutical aid, these are the substances which have little or no therapeutic value but are essential in formulations. So whatever the manufacturing of various dosage forms are there, like it may be solid dosage form like tablet, capsule, or it may be semi-solid dosage form like creams, ointments, or it may be liquid dosage form. So in all formulations, these pharmaceutical aids play important role. Now total 14 drugs are there, isn't it? So in that 7 drugs we have already covered. Now the next drug is acacia. Acacia means डिंक. डिंकाचे लाडू जे तुम्ही बनवतात, isn't it? So that is the carbohydrate material, and carbohydrates we are eating daily, isn't it? So whatever the food grains that we eat, like it may be wheat, gaw, or it may be barley, bajra, or it may be maize, makka, or it may be rice, bhat, chawal, isn't it? So all these food grains, they provide carbohydrate to our body. Now acacia is also a carbohydrate material, isn't it? The synonym is gum acacia, gum arabic. Two important other names are there: gum acacia, gum arabic. Biological source is acacia gum is the dried gummy exudation. Exudation means which comes out naturally, isn't it? Which comes out naturally from the external covering of the tree, isn't it? So it is gummy exudation obtained from stem and branches of Acacia senegal, Acacia arabica. So in most of the books you will find the species Acacia arabica. So that is the simpler and easy to remember. You can also write down Acacia arabica, family Leguminosae. Chemical constituents of acacia, that it contains mainly arabine. Now this arabine is a complex mixture of calcium, magnesium and potassium salt of arabic acid, isn't it? Now this arabic acid on hydrolysis gives L-arabinose, L-rhamnose, D-galactose and D-glucuronic acid. So this is hydrolysis product of arabic acid, isn't it? Now this acacia also contains enzyme oxidase also. These are the main chemical constants of acacia. Uses: it is used as demulcent, emulsifying agent and suspending agent for volatile oil and resins. It is also used as binding agent for pills and tablets, isn't it? Then gum acacia solution has consistency similar to blood and it is administered intravenously in hemolysis, isn't it? So in hemolysis, that is the rupture of the blood. So when the blood is getting damaged, in that condition, that is in hemolysis, this gum acacia can be administered intravenously. These are the important uses, isn't it? Then it can be used as suspending agent also, isn't it? In specifically in mixtures in which the resinous substance is present, isn't it? Then it is useful in preparation of lozenges also. Lozenge, that is the compressed tablet. Lozenge means it is a chewable tablet also we can call, like Halls, Vicks. These are lozenges, isn't it? These are important uses of acacia. Then next is tragacanth. Now, tragacanth synonym is gum tragacanth, or we can just simply write down tragacantha. So to the spelling of tragacanth, you just attach a, that will give you tragacantha is the another name for the tragacanth, isn't it? So gum tragacanth or tragacantha. Biological source, it is the dried gummy exudation obtained from stem of Astragalus gummifer, isn't it? Family is Leguminosae. So this is also a carbohydrate containing drug, and it is obtained from gummy exudation obtained from the stems of Astragalus gummifer, family Leguminosae. Now chemical constituents, this tragacanth contains carbohydrates, that is the complex polysaccharide. Now here there are two portions. So most of these carbohydrate containing drugs, they contain polysaccharide, and those polysaccharide, they have two portions. One is water soluble and other is water insoluble. So in tragacanth also, the water soluble portion is called tragacanthine, which is 8 to 10%, and the other portion, that is water insoluble, is called basorine, which is 60 to 70%. Tragacanthine on hydrolysis gives arabinose and uronic acid. It also contains small amount of starch and proteins also. Then uses of tragacanth, it is used as demulcent, that is the soothing agent. So to the throat, these demulcents, they give soothing effect, isn't it? So if any irritation is there to the throat, so that can be relieved by the demulcent drugs. Then other use of tragacanth is laxative. What are laxatives? Later on we will cover separate topic of laxatives. Then used as suspending agent for insoluble substances. Then used as binding agent in oral pills and tablets. Emulsifying agent for fixed oils, volatile oil and resins. Next is guar gum. Now here you must know the synonym also of guar gum. There are two synonyms. One is guar floor and other is jaguar gum. Jaguar gum and other is guar flour. FLOUR. Flour means atta. So it is in the form of flour. It is carbohydrate containing drug. Now biological source is guar gum is obtained from endosperm of the seeds. So guar flour is the powder of endosperm of the seeds of the plant Cymopsis tetragonolobus. So the name of the species is Cymopsis tetragonolobus. Family is Leguminosae. Chemical constituents. Now this guar gum, it contains polysaccharide. So here also two portions are there. One is water soluble portion or fraction and other is water insoluble fraction. Now water soluble fraction constituting about 85% of the gum, that is called goran. So water soluble portion, it is called goran, isn't it? It is a high molecular weight hydrocolloidal polysaccharide. So the molecular weight is high, isn't it? And it is hydrocolloidal polysaccharide. This Goran on hydrolysis gives 35% galactose and 65% mannose. Then Gorgum also contains 5 to 7% of proteins also. Then important uses of guar gum, that it is bulk laxative, isn't it? Then binding agent, disintegrating agent, appetite depressant or suppressant we can call, and in peptic ulcer therapy also guar gum is given. Now it is a good emulsifying agent, industrially used in paper manufacturing, printing, polishing, textiles, and also in food and cosmetic industry. So here it is useful in therapy also as well as industrial uses also. There are many more to guar gum as well as pharmaceutical uses. Next is sodium alginate. Now this sodium alginate also has got different names, so that also we will see what are the other names of sodium alginate. Now there are two other names. One is algene, simply we can call algene. The other name is sodium polymanuronate. Sodium polymanuronate. Why it is called polymanuronate, that also we will see. Now sodium alginate is the sodium salt of alginic acid. So biological source, that sodium alginate is the sodium salt of alginic acid, and alginic acid is a polyuronic acid composed of reduced manuronic acid and glucuronic acid, which are obtained from algal growth. So it is obtained from algae, isn't it? And the name of the species is Laminaria digitata, Laminaria hyperborea, and Macrocytic pyrifera. These are three important species from which we get sodium alginate. So it is a alkaline extraction from algae, isn't it? And the family to which it belongs is Phaeophyceae. You can refer textbook also for detailed reference, as well as to avoid spelling mistakes. You go through textbooks. So family is Phaeophyceae. Then uses of sodium alginate. Now chemical content I have given you that it is the salt of alginic acid. So in chemical constituent you can write down it is a salt of alginic acid, and alginic acid is a polyuronic acid composed of reduced manuronic acid and glucuronic acid, isn't it? And they are obtained from so many species that we have seen. Now uses are in preparation of paste, creams, and for thickening and stabilizing emulsions. Then it is good suspending agent and thickening agent. Then it is binding agent, disintegrating agent in tablets and lozenges and in food industry, isn't it? So you have to understand these uses thoroughly, that as a suspending agent and thickening agent, then binding agent, then disintegrating agent in tablets and lozenges, and in food industry also sodium alginate is used. Then it is used for preparation of jellies, ice creams, isn't it? It is also used in textile industry. So many important industrial uses, pharmaceutical uses also sodium alginate has got. Now next important drug is starch. Now, starch itself is a polysaccharide, isn't it? As I said earlier, that whatever food grains we are eating, like wheat, rice, maize, isn't it? Even potato, all these are rich sources of starch, isn't it? So, starch is very important in our day to day life also, isn't it? And this starch also has got many more uses, isn't it? Now, the synonym of starch is amylum. Only one other name is there to starch, and that is amylum. Now, biological sources starch consists of polysaccharide granules which are obtained from food grains. Now, here maize, the species is Z maize. When starch is obtained from rice, so the species name is Oryza sativa. When the source is wheat, so the species name is Triticum aestivum. So when the starch is obtained from maize, wheat and rice, so the family to which it belongs is Gramini. In addition to this, starch is also obtained from potato, isn't it? From the tubers of potato, and the name of the species is Solanum tuberosum, family Solanaceae, isn't it? So there are certain morphological differences also in the starch granules which are obtained from this species, isn't it? So you just remember biological source, isn't it? You must write down correctly the name of these species along with family, isn't it? Then chemical constituents of starch. Now starch also being it is a polysaccharide, so the chemically there are two different polysaccharides, isn't it? One is water soluble and other is water insoluble. So water soluble portion is called amylose. Amylose is also called beta amylose, and water insoluble portion is amylopectin. Amylopectin is also called alpha amylose. Now, the other thing is the amylose gives blue color with iodine. That is the identification of two portions. If we want to identify that which is amylose and which is amylopectin. So amylose gives blue color with iodine, whereas amylopectin with iodine gives bluish black color, isn't it? So that is the chemical constituents of starch. Now, the important uses of starch, there are many more uses. So, first of all, it is used as nutritive, that means it is a dietary supplement, isn't it? Then, demulcent, isn't it? It is acting as a protective and absorbent also. Starch is used in preparation of dusting talcum powder for application over the skin. Then it is useful as a antidote also in iodine poisoning, then as disintegrating agent in pills and tablets, as diluent in solid extracts of drugs, isn't it? Then it is a diagnostic aid in identification of crude drugs, isn't it? So many more uses are associated with the starch, isn't it? Starch is also a starting material for commercial manufacturing of liquid glucose, dextrose and dextrine. In industry also it is used for sizing of paper and cloth. So many more important uses starch has got. Then the next drug is agar. Now this is also a carbohydrate containing drug, isn't it? It is polysaccharide containing drug, but in biological source if you see it is a dried gelatin substance. So don't get confused. It is the powder in appearance. If we see, it is a gelatinous substance, isn't it? The other name for agar is agar agar. Then vegetable gelatin we can call. Japanese inglass is another name for agar. Biological source, it is dried gelatin substance obtained from Gelidium amansi, isn't it? Family is Gelidaceae, or in some books the family given is Rhodophyceae, isn't it? Then other species from which we get agar is red algae also, like Gracilaria, isn't it? Where the family is Gracilariaceae, isn't it? So you don't go in geographical source. This is the plant photograph of agar, isn't it? Gelidium amansi, and other the red algae plant, that is Gracilaria. Chemical constituents, so it is composed of polysaccharide. So two different polysaccharides are present, agarose and agaropectin. So agarose is responsible for gel strength of agar, and this agarose is composed of D-galactose, isn't it, units. It also contains 3.5% cellulose and 6% nitrogen containing substance also. Then agaropectin is responsible for viscosity of agar solutions. So this agaropectin is sulfonated polysaccharide in which galactose and uronic acid units are partly esterified with sulfuric acid. Then uses of agar, so it is a bulk laxative. Then it is used in microbiology practicals, in bacteriology, as a culture media. So what is culture media? That we will study in detail in microbiology chapter in health education. Then it is used as emulsifying agent also. Then the last drug is lanolin, or it is also called hydrous wool fat. Now synonym is hydrous wool fat. Adipts lani is another name, that is synonym. Biological sources, it is the purified fat like substance obtained from wool of the sheep. So in photograph you can see that from the wool fibers also we will study later on, isn't it? So from animal source we get fibers also, as well as fat like substance, that is called wool fat also. So it is a purified fat like substance obtained from wool of the sheep. Ovis aries, family is Bovidae. Then chemical constituents are, it contains mainly esters of cholesterol and isocholesterol with carnobic acid, oleic acid, myristic acid, palmitic acid, lanoseric acid and lanopalmitic acids, isn't it? Then it also contains 50% of water. These are important chemical constituents of lanolin or hydrous wool fat. Then uses, it is used as water absorbable ointment base. So in classification of pharmaceutical aid, we have seen that ointment base, in that lanolin can be used, beeswax can be used as a base for preparation of the various ointments and creams. Then it is used as common ingredient and base for water soluble creams and cosmetics, isn't it? So in cosmetics, this drug has got usefulness, isn't it? So that is all about the pharmaceutical aids. All 14 drugs we have completed. So you have to go through these 14 drugs, the cognostic study, and revision is very important to remember these drugs easily. Thank you.